fold. Things on the Chevy, they was all gold. Politics, I ain't got a minute for the yeah. You know what I'm saying, baby? Politics, I ain't got a minute for the yeah. With my money rolling and not fold, I ain't got a minute for the yeah.
나 높이 조금 먼 곳으로 나 날아가 더 높이 세상 넘어서 우주 밖으로 다 괜찮아 널 위한 내가 여기에 서 있으니 보고 싶은 널 그리며 네 이름을 크게 불러봐 나 날아가 저 멀리 하늘 속 작은 집을 지어 널 초대해 우리 둘만의 시공간을 뛰어넘어 바람아 우리 좀 더 세게 밀어줘 구름아 우리 마음껏 감싸 안아줘 아무도 우리 찾지 못하게 해 아무도 우리 보지 못하게 해 다 날아가 저 멀리로 다 날아가 저 하늘로 다 날아가 저 멀리로 다 날아가 저 하늘로 저 멀리로 다 날아가 저 하늘로 다 날아가 저 멀리로 다 날아가 저 하늘로
Voices all in my head, never to whisper again, never to sing me to sleep, oh but a dream. Right there caught out in the rain, drenched in a memory of pain, soaked by the old sour taste. Let's hope for the better. Play to the mind wide open, waken the beast by the meadow. Playful, at least I'm hoping, show you the doorway to my soul. Come to the root of the cause, produce a can he applaud? I mentioned it's not my fault, yet my effort was needed. So I grabbed for some inner resource, most certainly blind to the force, letting the world take its course. We've now superseded. Play to the mind wide open, waking the beast by the middle. Play for the least I'm open, show you the doorway to my soul. Play to the mind wide open, waking the beast by the middle. Play for the least I'm open, show you the doorway to my soul. Always in my brain, I'm trapped in a magical maze, not feelings of hopelessness, I'm facing the mess that I've made. Always in my brain, I'm trapped in a magical maze, not feelings of hopelessness, I'm facing the mess that I've made. Play to the mind wide open, waking the beast by the middle. Play for the least I'm open, show you the doorway to my soul. Play to the mind wide open, waking the beast by the middle. Play for the least I'm open, show you the doorway to my soul. Hold my side, 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 hold my side.
Let's play for 5 on Cash App. Let's go. 5 on Cash App.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. For the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Perry, this is Kevin Harlan.
5 on Cash App?
Reporter,
No?
David Aldridge. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And George, here we go. Count that one. And long-range shooting a strength for both of these teams, Brent. What was the best shooting team you ever were a part of?
Kevin, I had to look up the numbers because I might be wrong in terms of percentage, but the feel that I get was a team that I played for in Seattle. It had Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, Luke Ridenour, who was a young player at that time, but that Seattle team had a lot of guys who could gun it up there and look for that three ball. That was a great shooting team.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook. And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan, 6'10" at present, but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to compete defensively at that shooting guard position.
It's stolen by Gobert. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
came into the NBA as an average shooter at best. Conley's worked as hard as anyone to improve his shot, part of why he's had such a stellar career.
And we know what Mitchell can do offensively. But, Greg, how do you evaluate his defensive game?
And, Kevin, without question, there's room for improvement. I'd say he's probably below average, but he has the tools that if he tightens up that part of his game, look out.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And Utah, another three.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Pass to Mitchell. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And yes, it's good.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Bojan Bogdanović.
Got that one up quick. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And how about the awareness of Mitchell? That's what stands out to me. He has a decision to make and does it with terrific timing.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Michael Conley. Another miss by Conley. Clippers trail by 4. George with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
There's O'Neal with the 3.
Royce O'Neal.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And Utah has possession. Jazz passing it around. Back to Mitchell. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. A 3 from Leonard. The Clippers rebound. Outside for George. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. He's got 10. 1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Has to Gobert. They double team Conley. Back to Gobert. Out to Conley. All sorts of time. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Conley's got 10.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
George with the bucket. That's 12 points for George.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Out to the right wing. Here's Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
Oh, yes, sir. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim for that finish.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Bogdanovich, know what?
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Back to O'Neal. To the inside. Here's Mitchell. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Jazz lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, it's also been a real solid start for them from behind the three-point line. That shot's been there so far.
Assisted by...
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
And
for so long in Indiana, Paul George was that guy. But boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to. Paul George still gets it done. Adding ways to score into the paint, Whiteside continues to develop a more refined post game with better footwork each year.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Now, here's Clarkson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz, Daniel House.
Inside. Outside for George. And he drops it in from the low post. George has got 4 points this quarter.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Back to Pascal. And slam dunk by Pascal.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And with the rise of guards like Steph Curry and Trae Young, it seems like the little guys are really making their mark in the NBA.
Well, they're starting to affect, Kevin, the way that really management is looking at building out their team. They're trying to find wings that are equipped with defensive ability but willingness to shoot the three ball, guards that are small enough and quick enough to get you an advantage to spread the floor a little bit. So the three ball and the way team construction has happened has changed the league quite rapidly.
And more, you're seeing Pascal act as an initiator. Could be viewed as a point forward.
He has an interesting game, GA, where offensively he can get his shot off. He's springy off the floor, and he can cause some mismatches with a little bit of his quickness and that shooting ability. Just adding to that skill set and getting more comfortable with the NBA game. I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Here's Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Right side, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Clarkson outside.
2 minutes remain in the
takes the three.
2 minutes.
The Jazz with another miss. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Back to Covington. Misses in close. And here's Utah. Clarkson goes in. Pass to Gay. And here's Clarkson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Assist from
Clarkson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Right side, good.
You have to do a lot of things defensively to prevent Hassan Whiteside from scoring. He is just an Adonis out there. Look at that body, and still gets those shots to go like he did there.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
The assist.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Substitution for your Clippers.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Batum brings the double team. Outside, House. Pass to Gay. To the middle. A second chance effort. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
To the right side. Kennard for 3. And so it's Utah in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Jazz leading by 8. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. His precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time. Really a terrific ability.
Pass to Coffee. Shot clock at 5. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Gobert with it. Bogdanovich wide open. Paul George grabs the miss. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Assist from
taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the Clippers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Substitution to the Clippers, Robert Covington.
Clippers trailed by 10. And here's George. He's got 20. O'Neal with the rebound. Stolen by George. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Covington's shot is off. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I love Bogdanovic's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now, here's Mitchell. To the middle. Bogdanovic.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Conley. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Timeout. This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And the Clippers call time here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Clippers making a change here.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Norman Powell.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Mann. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Jazz leading by 16. Mitchell outside. Inside. Here's Gobert. That's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Pass to Mann. Count it.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Here's O'Neal. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. O'Neal's got 5 points so far.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mann can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
A three from Bogdanovic. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
To the paint. Poked away. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Bojan Bogdanovic with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, they got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And the Clippers making a change here. Clippers trail by 19. 54 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
And finished off by Leonard.
Just the level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Bogdanovic left side. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside. What a performance for Bojan Bogdanovic. He has been the story for Utah. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Driving in. Utah with the rebound. It's tipped. From past the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mitchell.
Count it.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Three-pointer. The shot off that time. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Clippers.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit. substitution.
Pass to Hartenstein. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Hartenstein's got his first points of the game.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
And when Bogdanovich has the hot hand, keep getting him the ball. An outstanding scorer who can light you up.
Oh, and here comes Gay all alone.
Rudy Gay.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And Bogdanovich now top the key. Good on the bucket. Bogdanovich has got 22 points.
And the reliability of Bogdanovich. His teammates know Bogey is good for that shot, so he gets the feed and sinks it.
Mitchell wide open.
Donovan Mitchell
hits it from three-point range. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
And they've done a terrific job defensively, causing some turnovers. And then cashing in on those, well, that just makes all the difference.
And the Jazz, another three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Bogdanovich has got 9 points in the quarter. And the Clippers have possession. Here's Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
First team foul.
One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
A three from Bogdanovich. The rebound by Paul George.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots. And here are the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. From deep, George. The shot that time, not on target. And Utah the other way now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Utah.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Bojan Bogdanovich.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him. It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
To the inside. Here's Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Zubac. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. And Rudy Gay with the 3.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's George. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never...